What's up, guys? It's MB Boxing, and today I'm going to be predicting the outcome of Jaron Ennis versus Custio Clayton, and this is going to be a 12-rounder in the welterweight division, and this fight is going to be Saturday, May 14th from the Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California, and this fight is going to be broadcasted on Showtime, and again, both fighters' resumes. Jaron Ennis, fighting out of the United States, holds an outstanding record of 28 wins with no defeats and 26 big wins coming by way of knockout. He's currently ranked number 9 by BoxRec in the welterweight division, and to list some of his best victories, he has a knockout win over former super lightweight world champion Sergey Lipinets, and he also has a first-round knockout victory over former world title challenger Tomas Delorme. And to get his opponent's resume, Custio Clayton, fighting out of Canada, holds a record of 19 wins with no defeats and 1 draw, with 12 wins coming by way of knockout. He's currently ranked number 16 by BoxRec in the welterweight division. And to list his one and only draw, it came by majority decision to Sergey Lipinets, who, as I mentioned before, is an opponent that Ennis knocked out brutally. And when Clayton fought Lipinets, it was for the interim IBF welterweight championship. And to list some of his best victories, Clayton has defeated Diego Ramirez by knockout, Stephen Daniel by unanimous decision, and he also has a unanimous decision win over Johan Perez. And in my opinion, this fight is actually pretty easy to predict. I think that Jaron Ennis is really the next big star in the welterweight division. I mean, at first I wasn't too sure on him, considering that when he was coming into that Lipinets fight, he didn't really have any big wins or anything. But I mean, he destroyed Lipinets, dominated him. Then he destroyed Delorme, who's a fighter who has been giving a lot of these up and coming welterweights tough times. He gave a tough fight to Jamal James. He also gave a tough fight to Imantas Stanionis, and he's just an overall balanced and tough guy to beat. But Ennis was able to destroy him and drop him twice within 1 round. So I mean, this really just goes to show how much of a great fighter Jaron Ennis is, being that he was able to destroy 2 very solid fighters that are really just inside the top 15, top 20. But I mean, Clayton is a real solid fighter as well. But I mean, after this fight, which I think that Ennis will win, I think that he should take on someone in the top 10, maybe a Keith Thurman, maybe a Cody Crowley. Somewhere around there, like a real tough fight. And I really think that, I mean, this will really set that up and give Ennis some leverage, considering he will be coming off 3 very solid victories over top 20 welterweight contenders. So comment down below your thoughts on this fight, who you think is going to win, Ennis or Clayton. And really just to break down this fight, as I mentioned before, I think that Ennis will win, and I think that he will continue his knockout streak, and I think that he will get an impressive stoppage win. I don't think it's going to be as early as the Delorme fight, but I do think that, just to break down this fight, I really think that Custio Clayton will be sort of on the defensive throughout this fight. I mean, remember, Clayton isn't really known for his big power, more of a boxer, and Ennis is known for his power, so I think that Clayton will be on the defensive throughout this fight. Will be trying to box off the outside and score points and counter Ennis, but I think that Ennis will be too fast and too slick for Clayton, and he will be landing the majority of the punches, really just coming forward and trying to break down Clayton, trying to hit him with big and powerful shots, and really just try and stop him early. I could see Clayton getting dropped inside the first 4 rounds, like from rounds 1 to rounds 3. I could see Clayton getting dropped, and after 3 rounds, the score could be 30-27, if not 30-26, if Clayton gets dropped in those first 3 rounds. And really throughout this fight, I think the only style that will be fought is Ennis coming forward and trying to stop Clayton, and it will be Clayton on the defensive, trying to get it out of the way of Ennis and trying to score points and counter Ennis, but I don't really think that it will work to his advantage at all. So then after the first 3 rounds, I really think that Ennis will start to pick it up, and most likely he will get a stoppage from like 4 to 6, but I mean, I also added in like 7 through 8 if Clayton could survive a bit longer, but I really think it will be an Ennis stoppage from rounds 4 to rounds 8, but most likely from rounds 4 to rounds 6, so like somewhere around there, early to mid stoppage for Jaron Ennis, and it could be a standing stoppage. You could brutally knock Clayton out like he did to Delorme. It could be anything. I really just think, nonetheless, it will go down as a knockout win for Jaron Ennis, and I'm assuming most people have the same prediction of myself. I really think that Ennis is, as I mentioned before, going to be the next grade in the welterweight division. He has shown that he has the skills to pay the bills. He's shown that he has the big power that all the fans want to see, and I really think that he's going to show that power once again in this fight by stopping Custio Clayton, who's a real established contender. So overall, I believe that Jaron Ennis will defeat Custio Clayton by knockout, and I think that the stoppage will happen from rounds 4 to rounds 8, and this will give Jaron Ennis yet another solid victory, and it will continue his knockout streak. And yeah, that's really it. I'm MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.